Sorry. Just say like, what's up, y'all? I'm Brynna, and these are Rachel. We go. Hey. That's where the brain rot started. That was page zero.
Why are there tears welling up in my eyes?
No, literally. Oh god. Slay.
So, anyways.
I'm Brynna.
I'm Rachel.
Hey. I'm sorry I had to see that.
Yeah, like...
That went off without a hitch. That was our first try. That was...
a major crotch shot.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, anyway.
Yeah. I'll leave that in. Perfect.
Well, welcome back!
Welcome back!
Happy Halloween!
Spooky version!
Oh my goodness. It's Halloween.
It's freaking Halloween. Well, it'll be a day before Halloween when this goes up, I think. Let me double check that.
I'm like happy about this hammer because I have something to do with my
To
hand.
do, yes!
Every episode I watch back, my hands are literally like...
Yeah. Keaton was like, I can't watch this next episode because he said like, I feel myself shut down for like 20 minutes. And he was like, I clock back in and I know you're going to use every bit. Like, he's going to be like, yeah, it'll be next Wednesday is the day before Halloween.
Sweet.
So.
Well,
Happy early Halloween. Tomorrow is the day.
Well, we're going to try and have a spooky episode.
Yeah, but we're both big old scaredy cats, so I don't know how it's
Seriously,
going to go.
seriously. I said Brenna's like a little better than me, but I said I'm like...
I'm still...
I'm scared of everything.
I laugh when I'm scared, so a lot of stories that I tell that are really fucked up, I'm like laughing through them, so they're not scary when I tell them, so...
Yeah. The sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. That was
me the whole
scary
time
ass
was
story, yeah. But I'm like, and I'm like... so goofy, yeah.
Anyways, what are you dressed as this Halloween, Brynna?
I'm dressed as Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Let's go!
I've mentioned it the past like 6 episodes that I'm binging it. I'm almost done, and I was like, what perfect timing
She's
for
the
Halloween
Queen
to
of the
roll.
Dragons?
She's Mother of Dragons.
Mother of Dragons. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and she is like taking over. She's gonna be queen.
Let's go.
Haven't finished, so don't know yet. But I just know it because I don't fuck with anyone else in the show. So
this is convincing. So maybe,
Yeah.
maybe I'll get into it.
She's Mother of Dragons. She's a Targaryen, which have dragon blood.
Yeah.
So like, do you want a little spoiler?
Sure.
Maybe it'll get you interested.
Sure.
Spoiler: Game of Thrones. It's like season freaking 1, so calm down. She's Mother of Dragons, and she like takes some dragons into. She takes some dragon eggs that have just been like kind of introduced
so
in the
like,
episode.
dragons are like an active part of this show.
They didn't exist anymore. They all died. And everybody's like, dragons haven't existed for years. And then she has 3 dragon eggs, and she walks into fire. And everybody thinks that whenever the fire goes down, her like pile of bones is going to be there, but she's still there, just fine, unscathed, and baby dragons are crawling all over her. And then people, like all the people that she was trying to convince to follow her to be queen in that moment are like, yeah, you're coming home with me. And yeah, so, and she's like a subplot of the show. There's like a whole political story going on, and then she's just like separate. And I'm always so relieved when her part comes up, because it'll be like everyone's killing each other on this side, and then she's like a baddie.
Dragons.
Yeah, dragons, animals, good, like, her whole thing is that she wants to free all the slaves that exist.
Aww.
And they like, obviously they ride for her, because...
So a good character.
Yeah, like literally hasn't fucked up yet. Has not fucked up yet. So, slay.
It makes me think of How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
The only 2 dragons I know.
Literally, I have a toothless, like, beret. I might go get it.
Do it!
And that could be...
I love How to Train Your Dragon. She's on her way.
I'm so excited for the new section at Universal. Look, it's a
Stop.
toothless beret.
That's actually precious.
I'll wear it.
Genuinely precious.
Fine, I'll wear it.
Fine.
No, Mother of Dragons. Baby.
Aww. Stop. I love How to Train Your Dragons. I listen to that soundtrack a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
It's
really
like
good.
Irish little shanties.
Yeah.
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 Yup. If I were to go to Universal and like something were to convince me, it would be this new
You should
little area.
get in early.
How do I do that.
Like work there or like, sorry, or go there?
Oh no, I'm just chilling.
Is it cold now?
No.
I'm like dying, but
I just like, I like this.
you do. You have a little sanctuary in there.
I like this cape.
I'm starting to like this cape. But you should work there. You should work there. But also,
wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, because they pay for like entire degrees. Have you graduated? They pay for entire degrees. Up front too, like.
Mama, a college degree in front of you.
A degree holder in front of you.
Anyways, I almost said Troy. I was talking about High School Musical right before this.
Okay.
I'm Thor.
I'm Troy.
Being like, Troy! I have High School Musical in my mind, so I can't wait to get to that. But
yeah.
I am Thor. Actually, my favorite Avenger. So this was a good pick.
Period. He's pretty freaking cool.
I'll let you in on a secret. My Halloween costume isn't ready.
She's borrowing one of my costumes. You need this wig too. That'd eat. I, as you guys know, have pretty short hair, so this is like crazy. Like I'm having to like move up to move my head.
How long my hair used to be, and I miss it.
Mine has been
sorry,
toothless. Mine has been down to here before, but now it's just here, and I'm trying to get back down. I'd love to get where this is, but I realized. Thank you. I realized today how hard that is to live with. Long hair.
Yeah.
Circs.
I was like pretty well known for like my really long hair in high school, and then I cut it my like junior year. You're crazy. Yeah, but then they grow all the way back out, and then I moved down here and cut it again.
Sorry.
Yeah, so literally I've only had like really two big like chopped haircuts in my life.
You've got good keratin. I chopped mine once and it has
like really good. I have to clip my fingernails every week. That's all.
We've talked about my journey. I was in your shoes.
We should switch.
I know. Should we swap keratin?
Okay.
Can you give me some? Just in a bag one day. I'm like, I just keratin.
Anyways, I am Thor, Avenger.
Greek
really
god.
Actually is my favorite of them. So
yeah, he's cool. His Ragnarok is like one of my favorite.
Attractive.
Yeah. Ragnarok's a good ass movie.
Good movies. But yeah, so we want to spend this episode trying to be spooky.
Even though neither of us are just spooky at all. This wig is pretty damn scary. But I'm like distracted by it. I can see myself looking like really flat. This here-wise. In the mirror. I'm used to having bangs that poof up. And I've pinned these back, so now I feel strange.
I was like, those kind of looked like your real bangs for a second.
No. They're part of the wig.
That's your wig.
It's like a
Brynna
Carpenter wig. Do you have wigs? Have you worn wigs? We have to film that. We have to film that TikTok.
Yeah, we do. So I guess we want to start with, well, we can start really kind of Halloween-y topics. Weenie. I was thinking that we should maybe talk about some of our past Halloween costumes and maybe tell some spooky stories if we have them. I only have like 2 spooky stories, really.
I think I've only got 1.
Like I said, I avoid any situation ever that could be scary. So
me too. Like
not a lot of
especially the spooky though. I've had some pretty like scary stuff happen, but if we're talking spooky, I'm out.
No, seriously.
My cousins used to beg me to go explore abandoned houses, and I'd be like, "Are y'all stupid? Are you guys actually dumb?"
That would not be happening.
No.
No.
I would stay back. I'd actually just sit at the house alone. I'd play
Like
Minecraft on my iPad. Yeah. No. Let me look at pictures of some of my costumes because I'm drawing a blank right now.
I am actually I take a lot of pride actually in my past costumes. It's because I would make them myself.
Yes.
Well, let me not say make. Well, some of them made them, but like I would search high and low, like thrift stores, Goodwills, and stuff for like the perfect pieces for these costumes. And
that's so sweet.
This year, I want to put in the same amount of effort. Like I said.
Look at you.
I know.
I literally have no recollection of any of my costumes. I do a lot of costumes for parties. Like if a party is themed.
Yeah. I love a theme.
I love a theme. Or like Spirit Weeks at school, I would go ham.
Oh, yeah.
So it's crazy that I, like, can't think of a single one of my Halloween costumes. Actually, I know why I can't find any of them, because I just uploaded everything to Drive, so I'm not going to be able to.
Last year? I was Glinda last year with Matt Malloy.
That's perfect.
Alphabet.
That's perfect. You guys have to do it again this year. It comes out in a month from today.
I can't. They announced that they're doing a partnership with Build-A-Bear.
They're, like, on fucking top of it.
Yeah, Starbucks. They just announced Starbucks, Build-A-Bear. They have so many good, like, little brand deals right now.
Yeah.
It's perfect. I'm literally gonna go make a bear.
Yeah.
And I'm getting Alphaba. Duh.
Period.
Because that was the thing. I was Glinda. But when we're really getting down to the nitty-gritty, I am Alphaba.
Yeah.
So, that's just that.
Here's one of my Halloween costumes. I was simultaneously.
You are.
I was at the same time Hermione, but then I put a scar. So
that's actually perfect.
You might be asking, are you Harry or Hermione? So here we are seeing Hermione's wand, Hermione's outfit, scar. So I guess I'm alternate universe. Hermione was the girl who lived.
Hermione supporting her friend.
Yeah.
Hermione.
So I'll screenshot that so I can add it to the episode.
Hermione. Yeah, I'll do that with all mine too. Yeah, last year, there we are. This is funny because we also did the poster wrong. Oops! Sorry, Cynthia.
literally, she's gonna be peeved. Peeved.
Peeves? Do you know who Peeves is?
Why do I feel like that's a Harry Potter character?
It is. Yeah.
Peeves is like a silly ghost. He's like a silly ghost, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Glinda and Alphaba, that was that year. What did I do the year before? This picture show.
When our friend was one of our coworkers who was bald. Where did you get that? I thought only I had that.
That's funny. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Big comfy couch.
You gotta send it to me.
We'll be putting these on the screen.
Yes.
Well, Brynna will be putting these on the screen.
Yes.
So yeah, that was, I don't even remember her actual name. Where's Girl?
God, none of these are in order. Oh, I was Supergirl, my friend, because we were watching Supergirl and The Flash, like all those CW shows.
Yeah.
So I just like dressed in business cash.
Cute.
God, who is she? And that's my friend Alex. Friend and ex-boyfriend who I'm still in madly love with, if he's watching. Here's my dog as Yoda.
Aw, what a baby. I was Miss Frizzle.
Perfect. You were such cute characters.
Yeah, I made my dress. This was one of them I made.
Was your hair actually red or did you spray it?
I sprayed it.
Nice.
Yep. This was the theme at school. Like, one year was out of this world, but everyone did aliens, and
You were space?
I painted the planets on it.
Slay.
Anyways, I was giving no commentary. This is this.
Yeah. That's okay.
I just figured it would be,
Man, where is everything?
Yeah, those are
I feel like hunt. I'm really sorry.
Like good ones. No, you're good. I was like, I'll have to look all mine later. Cause there's so many like costumes, especially during like Spirit Weeks at school.
Yeah.
Cause those were the most fun. Most fun. Me and my friends did a bunch of good group costumes. We did like Wizard of Oz one year.
I've got a ton.
Oh, we did Scooby Doo. That one's a good one.
I gotta find these actually. If we're talking freaking Spirit Week, dude, let me get in there. Wait, look at this. There I am.
Starts crying. Devastating.
Oh, never mind. This couldn't have been. Because by then I had off school for COVID. There it is. Here's one of my Spirit Weeks. I think it was just character day. That's me.
Sure.
That's my friend Macy in her brother's Iron Man costume. And my friend Ainsley was Maui. Because we always said she looked like
Maui looks perfect.
I know. She ate. I think she drew this shirt too, so we've been crafting our own little costumes.
Yep.
Forever.
Makes it so fun. Like, I will never not dress up. Or at least try to dress up for Halloween.
In the cheapest way.
Seriously. Yeah. That's my thing. Is, like, I want it to be every year to be niche.
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
2, inexpensive.
Yeah. That's what when people are like, oh, I'll just order it online. Like, these boys are being Doofenshmirtz and Perry. No, let's just order, like, a Perry onesie and a Doofenshmirtz outfit. And I'm like, no, it's a lab coat, a black shirt. You probably have a black shirt and green pants. Like,
if
you can build it.
Are wearing a onesie as your Halloween costume, you are not wearing a Halloween costume.
No, you're wearing pajamas.
You're wearing PJs. Like a freak.
Broke beach. You're a freak.
Literally.
Go home.
So don't. What's the one I see every year?
Minion.
Oh. God.
Minion.
I don't even hate the Minions, but I know exactly. I can conjure it up.
What is another one we see every year? It's usually got a tail. Is it like a monkey? I think it's a monkey.
Another thing gets on my nerves. That little dinosaur costume. The blow-up one. Yeah.
Yeah. Really, any blow-up costumes at this point, I'm like, okay, you're just taking up a
original.
lot of room.
The original.
You bought it. You bought the whole thing. You also don't have to be like huge to be a dinosaur. I don't know.
I used to get so pissed when people didn't dress up for senior week at school.
Yeah.
Like,
they have like shit going on at home.
Who
like,
do you think you are?
Yeah. They have like all their siblings to take care of, and I'm like, why didn't you craft a whole?
Yeah, like why didn't you?
Oh, you're like lazy and hate everyone.
Spend your entire time doing this.
I feel like I'm so glad I went through that phase of like making shitty costumes, like not on purpose. I thought they were good, so that now my costumes are like.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm getting the biblically accurate.
Exactly.
Costume
I'm getting all the
for
details.
Yeah.
All the details. Not this included.
That's good.
I like it though. I like.
You look like Thor. When I see your like I can't see very far.
I know the hair's perfect.
I was saying when I see you in the camera in the mirror, I'm like Thor's so next to me.
I don't think I exude his energy though.
That's okay. Ragnarok, he started to get a little crazy. Love him. In the Guardians movie. Which one was it? That he's in for like, or is it a Thor movie and it's. This is fucking heavy. This wig, but I can't take it off. My hair's dirty.
I thought you said what you're about to say is heavy.
No, this is so heavy. No. What movie was it where the Guardians and Thor are like hanging out? Whatever it is, where like Star-Lord tries to kiss Thor.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2?
I think it might be 3. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's over now.
Yep. I love Guardians of the Galaxy, actually, speaking of.
Me too.
Those are probably my favorites of all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, me too. I like, show-wise, Moon Knight's my favorite, but movie-wise, especially, like, what a good franchise. All 3 movies are standalone and really good.
And an incredible ride, of course.
Yes. Best ride at Disney World.
Actually. It's up there.
Don't argue, because, like, I won't be listening. I'm listening to September, sorry. What's your favorite?
I don't think I've gotten September.
Oh. I've gotten all of them. I've only gotten my favorite twice. My favorite is One Way or Another.
Oh.
What's your favorite?
Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
I've gotten that one a lot.
I never get it.
It's like a whole different vibe on the ride.
I ran every time.
Me too. That and Congo.
Ugh, I hate that song. Just outside of the ride, I hate I Ran.
Yeah.
I hate that song.
It's like they turned it down so you could hear the dialogue a little more, which is cool, but after a couple times you've ridden it, you're like, okay, I want to like...
Blast
or
it.
Is it One Way or Another, or... It's One Way or Another. You want to know why I get these songs confused? Because of Glee. The Hit Me With Your Best Shot, One Way or Another collab. Those songs in my brain like are mixed now.
That's funny.
The one on Guardians is One Way or Another. Yeah.
I think of One Direction.
Yeah. I usually do too, but when I'm trying to differentiate the songs, I'm like, hold on.
It makes me They made that whole music video. What was it for Red Nose Day?
Red Nose Day?
Yeah.
I have a red nose just because of them. Don't know what it's for. Don't know what we're fighting, but I'm in the fight.
In the video that they made, they like recorded themselves.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're telling me no.
No way.
No. I saw the roller coaster video again the other day. Everybody's been posting One Direction stuff now because of Liam.
No, some shit have come up on my page.
Yeah.
On my, like, Twitter feed, like...
Oh my god, I thought we were done with this.
I haven't heard of that in a long time.
I've been seeing that X Factor audition, or not the audition, but the performance go around a lot.
Oh, where Niall's like... Nah,
yeah, and he's having the time of his life, and Harry's... They said he is not going back to that bakery. I'm kind of glad it's come back up because now all the really funny people on Twitter are like commentating on it, and I'm kind of it's kind of refreshing. Mm-hmm. It's making it a little easier.
It is, and it's also very homey.
Yeah, I'm like
very home.
I feel normal again. Yeah, as a lot of the time I'm seeing stuff I don't know at all about.
Yeah.
So,
I saw a picture. That one picture of Perry. She has the purple hair. And then I think her name's Sophia, which was Liam's, like, they were the OGs. And then it was Eleanor in the end.
Wait.
Like, that one picture.
Is it Sophia or Danielle?
Oh, Danielle Peaser, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was her. So she was, like, the OG Liam girlfriend, and, like, Eleanor.
Those were my end games. All three were my end games.
Dead ass Perry.
Yeah, I hated them in the moment, one of them dead in the moment. But...
That was an eat back then and an eat now. Yeah.
Still, to this day, like all three of them, just fine.
I saw someone on Twitter, though, quote, and they were like, Zayn was engaged to... I said...
You didn't know? You didn't know?!
This is nuts.
This is nuts. Yeah, that's what Keaton was like. People are going to be like, Harry was in a band? And it's going to be like...
Like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. Hell.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Rachel? Right
on the top.
I was like, that was funny. All of us seeing it happen.
My phone just...
You didn't even see it.
My phone just shattered.
Shattered by this, like the bone in your ankle where the scooter hits. God.
That's funny. Oh, man. Anyways.
Thor fights Daenerys Targaryen.
I do also love that he has, like I said, a hammer.
Yeah, well, axe now.
Oh, yeah.
This is outdated. He has both now, actually. I think he has both at the end of...
I hate the hammer.
Yeah.
Like this. Or wait, I hate...
The axe?
Yeah, that thing. I hate... Wait, what? I hate
Hammer.
the axe, love the hammer.
Yeah.
What's its name? Boljanor or something?
Boljanor?
Jolnar? Boljanor?
Eleanor?
Eleanor Calder?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the axe is named Denya.
This fandom, actually, tormented these people.
Oh. Me.
Well, I was a part of the crowd. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I was a Larry for a really long time in that fandom. And, listen.
You don't have to explain yourself.
It was convincible. Even past the time where people are like...
I still am not entirely convinced it didn't happen.
No. Seriously.
They didn't have to tell us, and that was pretty crazy that we were, trying to force them to tell us.
But that's the thing to me, is why did you guys never make an official statement about this if you're so serious about it?
Yeah.
Which, we're not entitled to their personal lives, but this was, some people were really shitty about this with them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I'm, a little bit of both. People were crazy. They don't have to make a statement on something, especially because, if they said, we are not gay and dating, I'd be like, that sounds like two people that are dating and gay would say. That sounds, that honestly would just be that would kind of confirm it.
Lily's the only one's really ever said anything about it, and anytime he does, everyone's they have to cover it up.
Yeah, they have to say that. Management told them to say that. Yeah.
They have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
But that shit's very convincing. Very convincing. Yeah. Especially when they were young. I feel like we talk about this every episode.
And ratio in my mind wise, that makes sense.
No, me too.
The amount of times it comes up in my mind in a day makes sense.
I genuinely think about Larry so much. Because what?
Yeah.
I think it's more so not the fact that they're the ones that are together, that's fine, whatever. Back then, I was obsessed with the two being together. But I think it's just because it's such deep fucking lore. Yeah. And, there's never been any
and they're,
denial
still doing shit. They're, still writing songs and shit. Yeah.
Seriously, writing songs that are just... Why not smells Priscilla?
Yeah.
Anyways.
About locations and times that people are places.
Yeah, like what?
At a certain time. Yeah.
Guys, like, come on.
It's fine. I'm not, like, reading into it much
Maybe
anymore, but
it's
if it
for
pops
the
up on
thrill,
my...
You know?
Yeah.
I'd get it.
If it keeps people talking about you, I understand.
No, deadass. I'll talk about it forever.
Yeah.
Me every episode.
I would say we're still...
Yeah, so from Thor to Larry to...
Yeah. Larry's a topic we bring up every freaking episode.
Yeah, it should be. It
So,
should be talked about.
Makes sense.
It's history, really. Yeah.
It's like Stonehenge, the pyramids, Larry.
Yeah. Exactly.
Was it real? How did it happen? Did it even happen? Man-made?
Well, even people, like, I've seen people now, because it's actually, like, gaining some attention right now on TikTok.
I'm sure.
Yeah. And so people that have never watched any of their, like, Larry proof or whatever, watch it now, and they're like...
Wait, were they?
No, like, seriously, they're like, oh, like, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it is convincing.
Yeah.
It is.
God, if like, X-Files has a comeback, TikTok today, we'll never know the end. Like...
Literally.
Just, I'm thinking of all the stuff that we used to, like Gravity Falls. Rachel's watching Gravity Falls right now, and I was like, if people my sister's age found that again, it's over.
Mm-hmm. Gravity Falls is so good.
Yeah. Have you watched Over the Garden Wall?
Not yet.
You have to. It's 10 episodes, 10 minutes each. It's just 100 minutes.
Tell me about those.
It's like less than a movie worth.
Oh, where did
I've probably talked about it. I love it.
maybe
I've watched it
you.
like 4 times.
I...
So good. And I quote it all the time. I say like you're giving me the runaround.
What can you watch it on?
Great question. I think Cartoon Network.
Oh, okay.
But I have a link for you. Because I don't have Cartoon Network, you know? Let me look that up. Where to watch it.
Cartoon Network. Man. Cartoon Network was such a... Every show on that channel to me was a fever dream.
I loved it. That's why I am the way I am. Looks like you can watch it on Hulu.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
We've talked about it before, but I was a Cartoon Network... I was a Cartoon Network Cartoon Network connoisseur.
Yeah. I think I watched it here and there. I think my parents were always very big about, that's kind of stupid, you shouldn't watch that.
That's how my mom was about SpongeBob. So a lot of Nickelodeon shows she wouldn't let me watch. So I'm opposite of like everybody around me.
In the same way about that. But
Yeah. Everybody around me did not watch Cartoon Network for that reason, but they got away with Nickelodeon, and my mom was opposite.
Funny.
But my mom wasn't there when I was watching Cartoon Network. My grandma was. She didn't care. She said, "Do whatever you want, girl."
What is that show with the cows?
With the cows? The Barnyard?
Yeah. Was that on Cartoon Network?
I think that was Nickelodeon.
Okay. That would make sense then.
Yeah.
That I watched that.
I don't think
I
it was
love
on.
that show.
Cartoon Network was a lot of 2D stuff, like flat animation.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah. What's his,
What about Fanboy and Chum Chum?
Yeah,
Know about that? That's Disney XD, isn't it? No, that's Nickelodeon. It's not Cartoon Network. Now we gotta find out.
Fanboy and Chum Chum? Maybe, no.
I think it was Nickelodeon.
Because what was... Amazing World of Gumball.
That was Cartoon Network.
Yes. That's with the blue little guy, right? The blue and orange guy?
The cat and the fish, yeah.
Okay. And then... I always get this...
It's Nickelodeon.
Okay. Fanboy and Chum Chum, that makes sense, because I've seen that too.
Did you ever watch Sanjay and Craig?
A couple
That was
times.
on Nickelodeon. And The Barnyard was in... People also watch The Barnyard. Back at the Barnyard.
I actually love that show so much.
It's fucking funny. The little clips of it I've seen are really funny. Fish Hooks. That was Disney XD.
I loved Fish Hooks.
You should be B this year. Get it striped.
That's a good idea.
Paint your hair red again.
Now we're coming up with some
Yeah.
ideas. Well, yeah, I think we started talking about Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
And we were trying to find our kind of Halloween costumes,
Yeah.
but we were not prepared.
Sorry.
Oops. But yeah, if you've had any cool Halloween costumes,
Yes.
let us know.
Please do. Or like embarrassing ones that you're like, what the fuck?
Actually,
Like
no.
one time I was Rachel from Friends. I just dressed as a waitress.
I did her too. Well, for like a
Look at
Spirit
us.
Week.
Yeah. I
Rachel.
reused that for a Spirit Week, but I was
Yeah.
fully Rachel from Friends one year. I don't know what else.
a Friends stan.
Yeah, I like Friends.
Okay. Some people
hate
like
it now.
Friends.
I think one person said something on Twitter and people jump on it.
Exactly.
I think they're like, yeah, it's not as funny without the laugh track, but I've seen an episode without the laugh track, still funny. Sorry.
I think it's funny too.
Still funny. I love Joey. I love Chandler. Like, y'all are haters.
Chandler. What? Dang, sad again.
Yeah, I know, right?
Depressing. Yeah, I love that show. I used to think I was Rachel, but now I think I'm more Monica. Actually, maybe Phoebe.
I think I unfortunately am Phoebe. My
Phoebe is
roommates
too
probably
good.
think I'm Monica. But
Yeah,
I fear
people
that
probably
in public I think I'm Phoebe. Like people are like, she's so spacey, and then I get back here and I'm like,
I'm a Phoebe Sun,
yeah.
Monica Moon,
farter sitter,
farter
Rachel.
sitter, ENFP,
yeah.
Enneagram 7,
Chandler. I'm a Chandler, really. I think. In public.
Yeah.
I don't know.
As long as you're not a Ross.
Yeah.
Well, I can't fully hate Ross because the show would not be anything without him. Actually.
Yeah,
he
and
actually does complete.
I love that he's a little nerd.
Yeah, me too.
But God, he's a little hoe.
And just miserable.
Yeah.
And also, Rachel should have gone on the plane and left.
Yeah.
And
I love that episode where they're trying not to get Ross to, that little clip where they're trying not to get Ross to look across the hall or the window and see Monica and Chandler making out.
Yeah.
So they go, oh! And the little jump he does is so fucking funny. That like saved Ross's character for me was when he like gets excited with them and jumps so like fruitily.
I think what saves Ross's character for me all the time is that he's Monica's brother.
Literally.
I love
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
like or that
they're
that Monica's mom hated Monica and loved Ross. It makes sense that he's a mama's boy and that's what saves him for me.
I love Friends. I could talk about it forever. I think it's actually a really good show. And someone told me one time, I was like, or I read it one time, they were like in their early 30s, you know? Like, this is when their life, like, started to begin.
Yeah.
I said, but then someone was like, well, I was in the 90s. And I said, oh, you're right.
Wait, what
do
you
you also
mean?
gave a good perspective. Like, you know, being 24 right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I should have my life, like, planned out.
But they were just getting,
were just getting started, like, 33, 32, you know?
If anything, I don't think the thing about, like, it being in the 90s should discourage you. I think it should really encourage you because it's harder now.
Sure.
Like, they probably had the same bank accounts we do, and they got to get a penthouse apartment. We have to, like, everything costs more for us. So, yeah. Everything costs more.
That actually is a really good point.
So, if anything, Friends, but everyone's 40 is something that I could really get behind.
True.
40 and still figuring it out is really something I could get behind.
Anyways, I do love Friends so much. And I'm also always connect The Office to that show. Because I also love The Office.
I watched a lot of that stuff at the same time.
Me too. A lot of people watched it like my senior year in high school. So I should too.
I watched it, I think, pretty early on in high school, and then I went on to watch Community and
I started Community.
Parks and Rec. Whenever I talk about these shows, I get really hungry because I used to sit and eat like an entire box of Cheez-Its while I watched like binged episodes, and I'd just sit there and like absent-mindedly eat until I was like
have something to do with your hands.
Yeah,
Love
until
it.
I was like, what the heck? There's none left. So I get hungry when I talk about like sitcoms, which I'm sure is like something that everybody sits and eats popcorn or you know. Yeah, but
I need to watch. Funny enough, I need to watch more TV.
Yeah, there's a lot of I like those sitcoms. I think that's also why when I get scared, I think it's funny because when characters I've seen get put in these crazy situations, it's like funny to the audience. So I think whenever I have scary things happen, I'm like, "This is there a camera somewhere?" Like I'm like, wait a damn minute. Because sometimes it does line up like that. It lines up like a fucking Seinfeld plot.
Yeah.
Like,
that's funny.
But I meant to say about Friends. My mom went into labor watching Friends. I think watching the season finale of Friends.
Wait, stop.
She went into labor with me and was
like,
so
homey.
I think she finished the episode. She went into labor and was like, it's almost over. My dad was like, it's almost over. And they stayed and watched, and apparently I was like a really easy birth because they waited.
Aww.
Because they were like relaxed watching the show.
Thank you,
and then,
Friends.
Thanks.
Yeah, it is a homey show. It makes me feel very, very cozy.
Yeah.
And home.
Yeah. How I Met Your Mother's a good one.
I started that.
That's very you need to finish that one.
I need to
so
finish
good.
it.
I bawled like a baby when it ended.
I guess I need to watch more TV. I spend too much time watching.
Not TV. Yeah.
These small little clips.
Yeah.
I need to force myself to sit and watch longer pieces of media.
Game of Thrones is the first show I've watched in a long ass time because I've been watching YouTube and TikToks like you're saying. So I think that's why I'm so like, I'm back, baby.
Yeah.
I know all these characters and everything about them, and I research them when I'm not watching the show.
And rewatch, especially this fall, is The Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. And you said you're about to do your annual rewatch of Pretty Little Liars,
which is a perfect fall
You're busy.
Yeah, and Gilmore Girls. I could do that. There's also One Tree Hill. There's so
you are a busy girl.
So many good fall options.
Yeah.
So, I truly, the sky's the limit here.
Game of Thrones really came at the worst time for me because now the weather is cool enough that I fully could wear corsets. Like they do in the show, and I'm like, should I?
Hey.
I just might.
The hair is like starting, and I'm like used to it now.
Okay. This is me now, guys.
Like, I'm like, that's Brynna.
Brynna now.
Well, excuse me. How do you say her name? Daenerys.
Targaryen. I braided it. This is the first time I styled a wig ever.
It's so cute.
Thanks.
I actually really like it.
I was scared to brush it. I was like, I guess I brush it with my own brush. I don't have like a wig brush, so I just was like, I didn't know. And I curled it with my own curler.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Daenerys. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Targaryen.
It's
easier when you see it spelled out. Let me show it to you. Allow me to show it to you. She is such a freaking baddie.
I really, really want to watch that show.
Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, it's literally, yeah. Okay.
It's like every vowel.
It's like that is probably on my watch list.
Here she is.
Say number 2.
Bad beach.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a freaking dragon.
Smash.
Literally. The dragon or her? Hey, Yoshi has an answer.
I'm gonna have to go with...
And I guess she gets like even badder as the seasons go on because it seems as though...
Isn't her actress, like the actress name Amelia?
Yeah, Amelia Clark.
Gotcha.
Well, I was about to say Earhart.
Amelia Earhart?
Yeah.
Crazy theories.
Me when I see a spoiler.
No! Run away! Well, do you want to share some spooky stories?
Yeah, I just have one, and it's not
I feel like I only have one, too.
Then you go... Okay, you only have one? I'll say if you have
so.
2, you go first, I'll say one, then you say one.
It's like, I guess I kind of have 2-ish, but not too many.
Okay.
Well, one, this is really more so my parents' story.
Okay.
And I think it's kind of spooky. But my parents, when I was young, like the first couple years of my life, they were called house parents. They worked at a children's home.
Oh.
Yeah, so like children whose like parents, it was actually kind of fucked up because like, their parents would still come visit them there, but like they didn't want to care for them, so they lived there. It was so
It's
weird.
good for the kids because they have a caring parent, but Jesus, yeah.
So, but anyways, these kids are obviously, as one would be, pretty fucked up because that's just
they
terrible.
see their parent, but it's teasing.
It's like you can't go with you, you know. But anyways, my parents were house parents, so they lived in one of the houses with the kids, and
that's so sweet.
It was actually really fun. Yeah. I like have very not vivid memories, but I can remember it, and like, I still talk to a lot of them too.
How cute!
Cool.
Love that.
Yeah. But it was, I think my mom said it was Christmas Eve.
Oh God.
And they were sitting in the living room, like, wrapping presents.
Yeah. Okay, Hamilton, wrapping presents. Hamilton. That's where I should have been, bitch. I can still tie this thing up.
Yeah. So don't get me started on Hamilton.
Yeah, actually. No. Me neither.
Like,
I know every word.
No, seriously.
Every single word.
It's
when my friends here, when we were like, oh, I know Hamilton. I know Hamilton too. I don't think they knew what I meant. Like, because they turned it on and I was like, like, and they're like, you know, like every word.
Yeah, like, yeah.
I don't think they understood. I wrote, sorry to distract from the story, I wrote not Harry Potter. Hamilton High School Alternate Universe.
Oh.
It was good.
Wait, I want to read this.
The Schuyler sisters were cheerleaders.
Duh.
Peggy dated Hercules Mulligan. He was the quarterback because he was fucking huge.
Wait. I need to read this. No. No, sorry. Anyways, Christmas Eve, my parents were wrapping these presents, and the way this like house is set up, actually, kind of like Thor's hammer.
Oh.
This was the living room, and then like there was a hallway, and then it would split off on both ends, and like that was where all the rooms were for the kids.
Yeah.
So they were
that's
sitting
like
here.
I lived in a duplex, and that's like very similar.
Yeah. It was like a really long hallway, and then a really long hallway this
yeah.
way too. And my parents said they were sitting here, and they kept seeing like this black figure like walk back and forth like down that hallway, so they could see it like down out of the corner of their eye, like seeing go back and forth down that hallway. Like,
were they waiting for it like to be a kid, and then it?
Yeah, and they were like it wasn't, and so my parents are religious. No, seriously, right? Like they're religious, so they did the whole thing where you like marked all of our like foreheads with a cross. They like put a cross over all of our beds and all of our doorways and stuff. And then they said they went to the front door. Like my parents are very religious, so this is like this is spooky to me because like the way they thought to do this.
Thank God they were.
I would have never thought to do this. So they like opened the door, and my dad said, "In the name of Jesus, get out." And he
get the hell out.
He felt something walk right past him, and then they never had an issue again.
Ghost said, my bad, coach.
I said, oh.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. I said, and I was like,
thank goodness they were religious.
Kids down there.
And I was actually one with the.
I
needed your parents around for this freaking sleep paralysis.
Yeah. My mom.
Yeah. I don't have a spooky.
My mom is, she can speak in tongues.
Okay. Tom Riddle?
I don't know. You know. She's got it going on.
Yeah. Slay.
Kim doesn't play. Kim Pope does not play with that stuff. So
hit her up.
No, seriously.
Seances, hit her up.
Seriously. That's like her that's her thing.
Slay.
Not me though. No thanks.
I feel like that format is good for ghosts.
No, right?
Because you can see them down
the hallway full of traumatized children.
Literally. that duplex I lived in was a lot like that, and I feel like I had a lot of ghost experiences in there, but I was also like, we lived there till I was like 7, 8, 9, something like that. So, obviously everything felt like a ghost, like a whoosh of air from the AC felt like a ghost. So, I had nightmares like freaking crazy growing up, so I think I'm like, I maybe in the past was tapped into some sort of, I don't know.
Well, yeah.
But if I was getting like sleep paralysis and stuff,
Yeah.
But mine isn't spooky. Mine's just fucked up. On Halloween one year, it must have been 2016, right? Because that was the year of those clowns.
Why haven't we talked about that? Because
clowns.
Why did that happen?
Yeah.
Where was the explanation for that?
It was it. I think it was promo for it that got out of hand, and people used it as an excuse to like commit real crimes.
Wow, I never thought about that actually.
It was it? Is that when it came out?
No, I think it did.
I think it was because that was like why it was extra scary. Because there was like murder clown, and then
that makes
people were just like trespassing clown. But
and they were like, let's just like start killing people.
Yeah, people use it as an excuse to like get away with shit, I guess. But I was on a hayride in my hometown. Guys, this story's crazy. I'm sorry if I laugh. I'm only laughing again because that's the only way I know. I know. It's sad.
Uh-oh. No, because I laugh even harder. It's
right? We are on a hayride. I'm dressed as like Supergirl or something, and I'm with my cousin. So I'm actually not in my hometown. I'm in the town over, so I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
And we're on this hayride, and we're going around this house into a field, and a clown comes out of the bushes. And I really could not tell if the people that were leading the hayride knew this guy or not, because they were like, go! Like, they did not seem like they were joking at all. It could have been my young mind or whatever. Maybe they were like slang acting, I don't know. But I really did not think they knew this clown. So the truck starts going into gear with us, like, me and like 20 other kids trying to like hold on for dear life on this hayride. And the dog of the owner that's driving us starts like trotting beside the trailer. And we go onto a main road to get away from this guy. and the dog is still, like, the dog comes around to the side where people are coming this way.
No.
And it's running alongside us, and everybody's like, oh my gosh, and then I'm the first one to be like, get him on, and because we're going up a hill, and of course, like, it definitely not should have at all, but like, as it would be, a car comes over that hill, and just fucking, like, the dog's here, the dog is no longer here. But we go back to get the dog's body, it's not there. He was killing it. He was, like, slaying. He was walking around. He went back to the house. He knew how to get home.
He was alive?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I almost started crying.
And well. Like, just fine. I think the car, like, wasn't going fast to begin with, right? I don't mean to laugh, but isn't that fucking crazy? Like,
when you said that he wasn't there, I was like, that is literally the
it was like
cemetery.
No, literally, it was literally like, and then like quickly I start being like, get him up, and then my cousin's like, oh shit, and we start like trying to get the dog on, and the dog's like thinks that we're playing or whatever, and then like, and we're like for the rest of the hayride, we're like, and
no way. Oh, I have another story.
So it's not spooky at all, but holy shit, but he lived. He's fine. He just had a little limp for like 3 days. He was fine.
What?
So good ending, but for a second there, I was like, everyone was
like
a bunch of high schoolers. We were like, this is gonna change the trajectory of all of our lives. We're bonded. We're bonded for life. But who was the clown?
Ew.
Caused all this shit. Like we were on a real runaway. I think. I don't know if it was like everybody was just really good at acting or what, but I felt as though we were really running away. That's fine.
Gross.
No ghost to haunt because the dog lived.
I just thought of a story too, and it involved someone on the side of the road.
Oh god.
But it's funny that all my Halloween stories involve like religion.
Yeah. But those are the scariest ones.
I was like, we didn't like everything. Like anytime I celebrated Halloween, it was like a church trunk or treat or like a fall festival. Just cool.
I would say it makes sense that Halloween
like, we never
wouldn't
did
have been
anything scary or anything like that.
Yeah.
But as I got older, a big thing that my like church group would do is we would go to something called Tribulation Trail.
Oh.
Bitch.
Is this that trail that you were talking about that you think you've seen murders on? Or like you would have a dream that you...
Oh, no.
Okay,
that's
different.
That's
okay.
different. This is actually like a production.
Okay.
Can't believe we're talking about this. In the Book of Revelations.
Listen up, bitches. Let Thor speak on it.
Literally. It says like when at the end when everyone raptures from the earth, whatever, there's going to be something called tribulation, which is the people that are left behind. They essentially have a choice of taking the Antichrist's mark or not, which is basically at the end of tribulation when Jesus comes back for the final time. If you don't take the mark of the Antichrist, you go with him. If you do.
Oh, so you get a little second chance. That's nice.
Yes. But tribulation is like basically hell on earth.
Yeah.
Because it's like after the rapture where people have, according to the Bible,
all the good ones have gone up.
Yeah, the people who have like accepted Christ into their lives literally literally leave clothes behind.
Yeah.
Like you should watch the movie
that would
Left Behind.
That would feel so good on my back.
Me talking about this, I'm like, damn, this is heavy actually.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Being raptured would feel so good on my back though.
No, I
yanked up like that.
I lived in fear of this shit for so long.
Of the rapture?
We watched.
Okay.
I remember one youth group, we went and we watched this movie called Left Behind, which
is
based off of, like, what happens. Fucking scary.
Yeah.
Because, like, planes crash, cars crash, because they're drivers and shit just, like, whatever. Anyways, Tribulation Trail is actually wonderfully done, first and foremost.
Nice.
But we would drive out pretty far. It was like an hour away, and it was back in the woods, and it was a trail through the woods, and you were going through tribulation. And so it's supposed to scare you, basically, so you can go to heaven. And, like, not go to hell. And, like, you would walk through, and it has, like, live actors, and, like, each scene, like, there was a scene, I remember, like, there was a bus crash. You
would like Horror Nights.
Oh, no, that's why I wouldn't like Horror Nights. Seriously, I've been through the actual end times.
This is not Insidious, girl. You got this.
There was, like, a scene where, like, a bus crashed, like, the bus driver raptured, and, like, it crashed, and, like, the students were, like, covered in blood and shit and stuff. Like it was actually terrifying.
The
and like
didn't
people
go?
would like there was like screaming, and there was like a scene where like with the Antichrist mark and the Antichrist and like, oh my god, and there was like a scene at the end where it was like final judgment and stuff.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing actually, first and foremost?
My church had this too, but it was indoors.
It was kind of fucked up.
It was called
actually.
Open House, and then it was also called Judgment House or something like that. And it was a Horror Nights house, literally. And people would be like shaking, they'd be shaking bars and stuff.
For how great the acting and like their special effects and shit was, like it was amazing.
Yeah.
But spooky and actually fucked up to like do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, the actual story.
Now I know why people are like God-fearing people.
After that trauma of going through that,
and
we're already scared shitless. Like I remember after watching that movie and going to that, I would hear like an ambulance and be like,
the sirens, the trumpets. They told me about.
I'm still here. And so
I've never had that paranoia. How interesting. Like being scared that it happened already, and then.
Oh yeah. This is.
Yeah. Sounds scary. I have such a headache from this freaking wig. I want it off my head.
You should rip it.
I'll no. Because my bangs will go blink, and I can't let that be seen on camera.
Well, anyways, we just walked through the woods.
Yeah.
With all these scary people telling us that we could go to hell. And then we get into the van after to go back to our church. And we're driving down the side of, like, down the road. It's completely dark, very late. And we see this old lady in, like, a nightgown, like, hair frazzled. She's walking down the side of the road. And, like, you would get a peek at her as, like, a headlight would, shine on her. And then she disappeared because the car would go on. And we, like, flipped out. And I remember we, like, drove up and they were like, we have to turn around because, like, what if it's, like, it's an old lady, you know? Like
a silver alert or whatever they're called?
We come back, we ride down that side of the road. Nowhere to be found. Never saw her again.
She got ate by a bear.
Anyways, spooky.
She chose the bear.
She chose the bear. That's
hell no.
Stories.
I've
been doing a little bit, like, kind of paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
Not fully, though. When I, like, moved to college, I did a lot of research on, like, their paranormal stuff in, like, the town.
You said that, yeah.
And so, like, it's interesting to know the stories and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Please don't... I don't want to need it.
That's it.
I am... Well, once this is out, it'll be public knowledge, but nobody back home knows. I am driving... Me and Ryan are driving up to Georgia next week so I can vote.
Did you not do it in time?
Well, I was going to do the, like, absentee, like, ballot, and I... Well, one, I did procrastinate too long, but I still, even now, if I did, I had plenty of time to send it in. Yeah. But I was having an issue getting, like, the actual application upload, and I sent in an email to the people, and they never responded. And I was like, you know what?
It's because they know.
I'm just going to take this opportunity to
go
home for a second. Yes. It's only going to be, like, 24 hours.
No, that's... Take a little nappy,
So I'm going to
see your mom.
Woo!
Have fun.
So nobody knows back home. It's going to be like...
But you'll already be there.
Hi! Hey guys, I'm actually about to vote completely different than you.
Yeah. I'm about to skew your votes!
Woo!
That's so funny. I'm trying to think of...
my spookies.
I had a sleepover once. The only time I've really been, like, so
Why
scared.
Why does all the scary stuff happen at a sleepover?
No, literally. Nothing scary happened. My friend told a scary story, and it... Like, everybody went to bed, and I was up, like...
forever.
Yeah, I was up for, like, this effect... I was almost done with the night terrors, and then they, like, started back over. My mom was pissed at this friend, and she called her mom to be like, tell your daughter not to do scary shit around me, yeah.
Actually, now that, like, more stories are coming up where I'm like, oh, that was kind of scary.
Yeah. Yours are, like, scary. You got, like, religious shit.
I remember religious shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, though. We used to think our church was haunted, which makes sense.
I feel like that's every church,
sense,
like, so many,
This one, oh shoot, what was I about to say? Oh, I knew somebody in elementary school, and this is what I mean by it. This story that they told me changed my life forever, and I still think about it to this day.
That's mine, literally.
And it was...
Mine was sorry.
Go ahead.
I feel like it's gonna be the same one, maybe not.
I bet it is.
Mine was the clown statue.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. It was like a girl was babysitting, and I guess, like, she was, like, creeped out by this clown statue all night, and she, like, the kids played and whatever, and she, like, they were playing hide and seek, and she hid in the closet next to this clown statue. No. And then, like, she was like, man, that thing's creepy, and then like played with the kids for the rest of the night, and then put the kids to bed, and then was about to sleep herself, and was like, she texted the dad to be like, hey, can I cover up the clown statue in the closet? It's really scary. And the dad was like, we don't have a clown statue. And then like,
I'm gonna start crying.
right? Me as a like 10-year-old being like, my friend Hannah told that. Hannah, fuck you, bitch. You're crazy. And the dad was like, we don't have a clown statue. And that was like the biggest plot twist to me. Like now when I tell that story, I'm like, it was all a dream. You know, it's like the classic like, what? We don't have a clown statue. Like it's very cheesy now, but in that moment I was like,
no, it's terrifying actually. Yeah. Mine was kind of like that, but it was...
And she drug it out like I just did, like told like a big like... She did it crazily. She was like, the babysitter played hide and seek with the kids, and they hid in the cupboard, and she hid in the closet. Like, and I was like, she was putting on a fucking performance, and it rocked me to my core. It rocked me to my core.
It's funny. Mine was, they told me at school, which is worse.
God, yeah.
They said to go into the bathroom, look in the mirror. Yeah.
The Bloody
Spin
Mary.
around 3 times or whatever, say her name.
Yeah.
And to this fucking day, because they were like, it was like if she showed up with a knife, she's gonna kill you. If she shows up with a teddy bear, like you're safe. And to this fucking day, I will not look into a mirror if it's dark in my room.
It's scary. Anyways,
like, will not.
Like, it's scary anyways to look into a mirror when it's dark, because, like, you don't look the same either, and it's, like, your mind plays tricks on you, for sure.
I would say I'm more superstitious than anything.
Yeah. Well, I've looked in a mirror at night before just to be, like, look at something in my eye, and then I've been, like, who the fuck is that? And then I, like, have to leave. Yeah.
Scares me, like, thinking to even do that.
I used to go to, like, a babysitter, like, a public babysitter, so, like, me and 20 other kids, and they convinced me, or they wanted to convince me to do Bloody Mary. They all went in and did it, and I was like,
no.
Never. But, yeah.
That's the thing, and don't look at, like, the whole thing about mirrors facing each other, no way. I remember when I lived...
What?
Like, you could... The whole portal thing.
What if you need to look at your hair in the back?
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
For just a moment, you're okay.
It can't be interrupted for just
Actually,
a second. To see your braids, and then...
I hate a cracked door. All my doors at night have to be closed. I hate
Shazim's that way, but I don't think it's superstitious. I think he's just, like, particular.
I guess it could be that, too, but I'm also, like, afraid someone's looking at me through it.
Oh, stop.
Sorry. Hate to give you that thought, but, like, that's what freaks me out about it. And...
You know the story about the girl with the dog?
I always have to close things I open, turn off things that I turn on, like...
You know the story about the girl with the dog under her bed? I'm sure you do. The one with the dog under her bed?
No.
What? She would have a dog sleep under her bed, and, like, she would get scared at night, so she would put her hand under the bed, and if the dog licked her, that meant, like, everything was okay. And then...
No, I'm scared.
We're getting creepy now. I know. It's not... It wasn't real. It's very, like, it's a joke one now. It was, like, a creepypasta on Reddit or whatever, but now it's very... But, the dog would lick her hand if everything was okay. And then she did that, like, a couple times in the night, because she kept getting woke up by noises. And then she goes into the bathroom, and in blood, it's written, humans can lick too, and it's in her dog's blood, or something like that. And I guess through, like, half the night, the human was licking her.
No.
I love that animals are, like, tapped in.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I want an animal. Also, like, to be like, let me know if there's a ghost in here. I used to do it with my little puppy, with Winnie. And she was a little freak. She'd egg it on. Word.
I feel like that scared me.
She'd egg it on fully. Like, is something in here? And she'd, like, growl at the door, and I'd be like, you bitch! Stop!
Yeah, I'm a scaredy cat. Like, big time. I don't know. I think it's probably, once again, going back to my religion. Like, that was, like, I remember a lot, like, that's inviting the devil into your life, is watching, like, scary movies, anything scary.
That's what would do it.
Funny enough.
For me, is, like, all the stuff about if you... Like, sleep paralysis, and then I looked it up, and it was like, it's a devil coming into your life, and I'm like, what? Yeah, I've never even...
Why am I terrified?
Yeah.
When I was in college, I think I told this story at one point, too, but I never shared this specific piece of info. It was Halloween, actually.
Sorry.
Wow! Halloween probably 5 years ago now.
Wow.
Because it was 2019. Yeah, 5 years ago. I was sitting in a Chick-fil-A, reading.
No!
And I started getting this piercing pain in my side right here. And I thought it was my appendix rupturing, because that's where your appendix
Yeah.
is. And I'm going to tie in another piece of lore. Anytime I think of my appendix, I think of the book Heaven is for Real, which is about this kid who was 3 years old, and he died because of appendicitis. His appendix ruptured, and then he came back to life, and then told everyone.
And it's like true story, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's why.
So, me thinking that, I'm like, I'm about to fucking die.
Yeah.
So I, like, go to a hospital. Ends up being kidney stones. But, you know what I was reading?
You should have drank water.
It was 2 kidney stones, actually. I had one going, I had one passing, and one that was sitting, waiting to go, too. It was bad. It was
you should have got a water
really
instead
bad,
of
really
a Diet Coke at Chick-fil-A.
Literally.
You could have saved yourself. That's crazy.
But guess what I was reading?
What?
So you know what my first fucking thing my parents said to me?
You
might have the devil in your life. Like the same thing with like Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Why I didn't watch
Harry Potter
for so long. It's so funny.
My grandma did not like that I was obsessed with Harry Potter in the way that I was, and I didn't know that until like years later. I'd go over to her house and be like, Hermione is smart and talented, and Harry is, and she'd be like...
We weren't allowed to dress up as scary things. We weren't. Well,
I wasn't really either. I was like I was a sassy witch one year, but that's about as far as...
First scary movie I watched was Chucky, and it was probably 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
I actually told my dad the story the other night, but it was like still my best friends to this day.
Yeah.
We went into her brother's room, we were staying the night, and he was watching Chucky. And that was probably the moment where I was like, yeah, so I will never, ever, ever like this kind of stuff.
Did you ever watch Goosebumps? I guess not, then. Mm-mm. I liked Goosebumps. I'd go over to Lily's, my cousin's house, and she would be watching Goosebumps. Me, when I lie, I did not like Goosebumps in the moment. Now when I look back, I'm
creepy.
Like, I'm glad I had that little like, oh, we're all like the weird kids. We all watched Goosebumps, and I love the intro. They're like, da, 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 da. But
sometimes
looking back on it, I was scared as shit watching those. What?
Yeah. I said sometimes Scooby-Doo would even be Scooby. Yeah. Or Scoopy.
Scoopy. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
Scrappy-Doo.
Little freak.
Please, get out of here. I love that movie.
When he was a little freak.
The little school. Skull Island?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I thought you were saying school. I was like, they went to school. Scrappy did not go to school.
Great movie.
That's good. I think they were watching it.
And the fact that Daphne and what's his bucket, the guy that plays Fred, in real life, they're married too.
Oh. Sick. Good for them.
Oh, I was gonna mention my Tesla bit.
Oh, yeah. Yep. This is the scariest thing I'm going to say all freaking episode.
Seriously. This actually... you should have seen me in the car here. I literally was like, no way right now. I was like, these have to be... Like, this is a prank.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that's so surprising. I saw 13 separate different white Teslas.
Spooky number.
That's white.
The devil's number.
White Teslas. 13 in my 30-minute drive here. Not just Teslas.
It's one every 2 freaking minutes.
And it was like, it wasn't just like they were spread out. I'm talking, it was like white Tesla. White Tesla. Yeah. I said, they're everywhere.
Honestly, if I had to see a Tesla, I'm glad it's in white. Like, slay, you look eco, you look
definitely.
Yeah.
But I was telling Brynna, I was like, in my hometown, like, I remember the day that I saw my first Tesla, because there was only one family in my hometown that had one.
Mine too.
And, like, whenever it would drive around, it
was a
whenever
celebrity.
they would drive around.
No, it. Because they drive themselves, so it. Whenever it would drive around.
Literally. Well, whenever I see them, and I'm, like, pulled up to them next to the, like, light, and their hands are on the wheel, and I'm like...
Yeah. I've learned a lot through Shazam. You have to pay for that feature extra.
Really?
Yeah. And a lot of the time it has like exceptions. Like if you're on a windy road, it cuts off, or if you're, there's a lot of exceptions that I thought it was just like, holy shit, we're just gonna have these on the road, but there's a lot of like things in place.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. I was just very shocked.
Yeah. There's 2 Cybertrucks in this area that I see pretty consistently, and it's also a jump scare every time. Yeah. They're freakish. Wrapped Cybertrucks. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going to have a techno-looking car, leave it silver. Mm-hmm. Do not wrap that bitch. Mm-hmm. Please.
Ew, they are really just ugly.
Yeah. The silver makes them look a little bit more bearable, but, like...
Jeeps are just meant to be Jeeps.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why we're going with this truck thing, because, like, the Jeep style is just so Jeep.
It's is it not, like, the whole thing is that it's condensed?
Yeah.
So it can go over bumps because it's all so close that it just kind of hops them instead of having to...
My high school crush.
Hey.
Hey, if you're watching, that would actually be... He knew too.
Okay, I was just saying, hey.
My high school crush drove a Jeep. And to this day, every time I see a Jeep, I still think of him. Not in that kind of way, but I'm just like, man, that's crazy. Yeah. Because I remember being
Jeeps
in high school
so
and
dangerous.
like driving around my hometown and be like scouring.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, there he is. Let me pull up to this light with my jawline. Jeeps are so dangerous. Every time somebody's like, I want a Jeep so bad, I have to be like, you want to die? You want to die.
Yeah.
They're so dangerous. And usually Jeep drivers are crazy. So maybe that's like a... Maybe the statistics are skewed because of demographics of Jeep drivers.
I really want a Jeep.
But it's always like teenage girls with 8 drinks. Yeah.
I wanted so bad. Can't afford that. 2, like you said, they are very dangerous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They don't really have solid tops. Like, the appeal of them is also their worst quality. Yeah.
My brother had, like, a Jeep, like, Cherokee, so it was,
those are a little better, yeah. Yeah, my mom had one of those.
He would go and do donuts in, like, parking lots, and, like, I'd be like, no, I'd seriously be like, even my friend, I remember my friend had a Jeep, like, as well, and I'd be like, actually, can I get out? Yeah. I'll videotape you, I would literally walk across the parking lot and just watch. Yeah. I'd be like, I'm not doing this. I'm not dying. Yeah. I'm not.
Because if that bitch flips... There's nothing.
Bad news. Yeah. Bad news.
I wanted so badly... Sorry, now I'm on the topic of, like, when we were getting our first cars. And, like, they'd be like, okay, so what vibe are you thinking? Mm-hmm. Like my parents did. They were like, let's try and find one that you wanted. I wanted one of those... I don't even remember what it is called. Long-ass car. The one from Christmas Vacation that has the wood on the side. That's what I wanted my first car to be. So
station wagon or something?
Yeah.
Like an old one?
I think it's like a Volkswagen or something. Yeah, like a really old car. And they're all so expensive because they're vintage. Mm-hmm. So, and they're all broken down. Like, the only expensive part of it is because it's vintage, not that it runs well. Yeah. And not that the gas mileage is good or anything. I just wanted, like, I wanted a car that... I was a very, like, woodsy girl. So I wanted a car that I could, like, throw a little flannel blanket in the back and lay down and, like, go to the woods. Like, I was going to do that and not get murdered, whatever.
I love... like the old Subarus, like the Subaru Foresters.
I gotta look them up.
It's very granola.
No. What?
Wow, speaking of.
My roommate Matt just said, I think I just got convinced to get a Tesla. And Shazim said, why? Shazim already owns a Tesla, so I don't know why he's being like, my coworker just gave me like an hour-long presentation, LOL. And then Shazim said you'd need somewhere to charge it, but like right outside of my window is somewhere to charge it. We have chargers here. I do have to, every time I go get gas and it's $40 fucking bucks, I do fight the urge. But
think about that too.
But sometimes our chargers right outside my window don't work. What do they do? What do these people do?
I'm guessing how does that work? So they don't pay?
They do pay. Okay. But it's only like a couple cents per hour that they're on the thing. It's not that expensive. Yeah. But it does take hours and hours and hours. And I've heard that people that go on road trips, they can only drive for about 2 hours before they have to recharge.
Oh, no. I was about to say, yeah.
So, and like the recharge is hours also. So if you're doing a road trip day to day, Teslas are so good for the environment. But if you're like trying to road trip something, which I don't do often, so honestly, I could probably benefit from having one. Yeah.
I don't do that often either.
When I do, I just fly.
I love my shitty car. Love it.
You're always going through it with your car, too.
Always. My car before this one, because my entire life, we just buy, like, a used car with not a lot of miles, and then drive it till its fucking wheels are falling off. Like,
that's what you were saying that one episode where you...
I was like, my family story with cars, like, every single one of us has had, like, an absolutely insane story with a vehicle. But yeah, my car before this one... I still think about that car because I loved that car so much. Check this. And I named her Francine, and she was a Ford Focus, and she broke down here.
Oh.
Dang.
We're good at this.
I know, no topics either.
It's like, my family buys new cars, but my dad has like some relationship with the dealership or something, so it works out, but... Or like he's
scritch in my throat.
Me too. From talking so much. He is also all tuned in on the whole like Well, I don't even know what it is. Where if you trade your car in, you actually get money back from, If you get a new car, the warranty wears off, so I don't know. Don't ask me about that. That's what boys are for.
Seriously.
Because Shazam knows it too, and I'm like, thank God he knows about cars.
Yeah.
Because I'm not learning.
But yeah. What were we talking about before this? Oh, Teslas.
Yeah.
That's where we got. That was convincing, though, about...
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Day-to-day stuff. I know some families that have a car for traveling long distances and a Tesla for traveling day-to-day. So, could be an option. I wish you could, like how you can carry a gas tank in your car, I wish you could carry, like, a battery. I'm sure you can. Probably just replace the battery on a road trip, just pull over for 5 seconds. And then charge both batteries once you get wherever you're going.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of money, though. I'm sure it costs like crazy, and fuck Elon Musk, so...
Yeah. I was about to say that.
Yeah, I was like, every time I'm almost about to buy a Tesla, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Seriously. Well, we bit left, and I would love to spend the remainder of our time talking about High School Musical.
Okay, let's do it.
Which is funny that this is on my mind.
Yeah.
But I was like, how have we not talked about this yet?
Yeah.
Are you like a avid High School Musical fan?
I've seen all 3 movies. I was the perfect age when they were coming out.
Were you like into Camp Rock more?
Not really.
Okay.
I haven't seen every Camp Rock movie.
Me either.
I've seen every High School Musical movie, like, multiple times. Today, probably couldn't sing every song, but back in the day, you best believe. And I was Miss Darbus in High School Musical.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So much.
So I know what you're saying with the songs that weren't necessarily in the,
I have a deep connection to High School.
Yes.
We about everything.
Yeah.
Whenever I was in middle school, like my 7th, 8th grade year, for some reason, my, grade, we were, obsessed with High School Musical.
You were really the perfect age. I was, a little
and this was,
younger.
Even, I guess, because when did the 3rd one come out? 2009?
Do you want to look it up?
2010?
I'll look it up. I think it was 2010.
When did I go to high school? 2014? 15, yeah.
My peak was High School Musical 2. That was one that I was obsessed with. 2008. JK.
Okay. So yeah, this was 2008. I was in 7th grade in 2012, 13.
Okay.
So this was 4 years or so after that movie came out, and we were still we loved it. I remember
my high school year was also
I think
we're doing what they were doing. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then getting to high school, to senior year, it was. So
I think that's what it was. We were about to go into high school, and we were all so scared of it, and they showed us
exactly.
It's not
that's actually
a
great way of putting
it.
Because we were obsessed.
Yeah.
And we had a field day at the end of 8th grade year, and our grade came up our, what do we call them, homerooms. Mm-hmm. There was 2 homerooms per group.
Yeah.
And we had to come up with a dance, and we did a High School Musical mashup, and it was incredible.
Yes.
But we just loved High School Musical.
Yeah.
And I still love those movies to this day.
Yeah, they're good.
Not even just because they're nostalgic, but they're actually really good movies.
Are they based off a Shakespearean play?
I don't know.
Maybe just because they have theater in it, I connected it.
Yeah,
but,
maybe.
how The Lion King is Hamlet?
Yeah.
Are they? I also, at the same time we were doing High School Musical, my little theater was doing Cyrano de Bergerac. It's a modern jukebox musical version of Cyrano de Bergerac, which is an old, I think maybe Shakespearean play, but it's the whole it's what Roxanne is based off of. If you've seen that movie, where the less attractive guy writes texts for the more attractive guy because he wants his friend that he's madly in love with to have love or whatever.
Yeah.
That whole premise.
Okay. I don't know, actually. I should
that
look
one,
that up.
I was
That'd be very interesting. If it is. It would make sense. I could do a whole episode, actually, breaking down these movies, and
we should.
They're just incredible.
Let us know if you guys would like this. I think it'd be kind of cool with stuff that we mention for a second, and then we say, I could talk for this for a whole episode. We not a podcast format, but a
YouTube
commentary format we also post, like, we have a podcast and then we also post YouTube videos that are, like, they release less often because they take a lot of... I've tried to make one before and it took a lot of fucking work. Mm-hmm. But, like, stuff that we're, like, we could talk about this for hours and then we actually do.
I was like, yeah, I could make a presentation about High School Musical.
Yeah. Like, commentary, like, Curtis Connor, Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, like, side of things. Yeah.
Zac Efron, first and foremost, but Troy Bolton.
Yeah.
Perfect boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
she can make
that is like,
I can
boyfriend.
see it, like, commentary why Zac Efron
crazy.
was the perfect boyfriend format. And then you could make a whole video and it'd be perfect.
Exactly. Sharpay was not the villain.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ryan and Chad.
That's my Larry.
No!
I mean, like, Larry was my Larry, but, like, that's also my Larry.
I saw a TikTok edit about them, and I literally was, like, gnawing at my enclosure.
Yeah.
I was like,
I saw a tweet that was like...
Kenny Ortega was, like, basically confirmed that's why he, like, made them switch clothes at the end. It's just to, like, leave it up for people to...
They definitely undressed in front of one another, yeah. I saw a tweet that was like, I hate a motherfucker that says they can't dance. Like, get up, boy, or something like that. And they were like, okay, Ryan. Like, Ryan, we see you on Twitter.
One of the best scenes.
Yeah. Ryan, the guy who plays Ryan, is from my college town. Mm. And I think someone pointed at somebody and said, that's Ryan's mom. And I said, who the fuck is Ryan? So I think I saw his mom somewhere. They just said, that's Ryan's mom. And I said, who is Ryan? And then I think, like, touchdown or whatever. Something distracted us, yeah. But now that I think I learned he was from Springfield, Missouri, and then I connected the dots that somebody was one day randomly said, that's Ryan's mom, and I didn't know a single Ryan.
Lucas, what's his name? Gabriel?
Oh, I was about to say Crookshank. Who the fuck is Lucas Crookshank?
I don't know.
I gotta look it up now.
Sorry, everyone. Can't say this on here, but I drove David Archuleta the other day and I didn't know.
The other day? Oh, Fred is Lucas Crookshank, by the way. Hey, boy. Did you guys watch Fred? I was obsessed.
I watched him.
That's why I was a weird kid.
But not, like, his channel specifically.
I was obsessed. I know, like, in the past, if you asked me, like, how old am I now? If you asked me maybe 10 years ago to quote word for word every one of Fred's videos, I could.
Damn.
Like, the Claudio subplot. Lily, where you at? Lily, where are you at? I miss that kind
of YouTube.
Yeah.
So bad. It makes me, actually, what was I just about to say? The only thing I can think of when I think of Fred is, I think it was in an iCarly episode where they, like, had the kiddie pool with lettuce.
That probably was his episode. Yeah. He was always in that dang kiddie pool. That dang
kiddie pool.
He was always in that dang
kiddie pool. That was so funny. But yeah, High School Musical. My favorite's 3. You said yours was 2.
I think mine's 2. I love the pool.
1 is, if you say 1, like, come on. Like, I get it.
That's like saying Shrek 1 is your favorite.
Yeah, just like it just
2.
doesn't really... It pales in comparison to
like, say you haven't seen the others without saying if 1 is your favorite.
The music? I just love it.
I think I like the colors of 2, like, so bright.
Yeah.
And the one scene, I can't remember the song right now, but when Sharpay makes Troy perform with her, and it's like that Hawaiian song.
And then that 1 second clip of Miley at the end.
Yeah. That was fun, too, to, like, spot that, yeah.
I had so many... I remember having, like, not, like, actual pieces of clothing from the movies, but stuff that looked similar.
Yeah.
And I remember having... I had, like, a purse and, like, some shoes that looked like Gabriella's in that movie.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
I had a nightgown that was literally, like, a big t-shirt. But it was a nightgown. And it was just, like, them jumping in front of the lights, you know?
I love High School Musical so much.
So good.
Well, maybe we'll do an episode about it.
Did your phone die? Oh, it's flipped over.
There it is.
I thought I saw the Apple symbol and it looked like your screen. Like on the other side of it. I saw that and I was like, oh, her phone died. Anyways.
He sends me pictures of his dinner a lot. And he made Southwest chicken and rice tonight.
Slay.
Thanks, Tony.
Yep. Thanks, Tones.
Hey, enjoy that. Anyways, thanks for joining us.
Yes.
We're glad you could join us.
Yeah, have a great
Halloween. My throat is
Halloween.
like scritchy.
I know, I'm literally.
Scritchy.
Usually after we film, like every Thursday, my voice is sore.
Yeah. Plus my every job I have, I talk all day long.
Yeah, me too. But
it's perfect.
But especially when it's like I go to work and then we film an episode, it's like my voice is like, damn girl.
It's rough. It's rough.
You know what trend I really like right now? Sorry, before we go.
No, do.
Wait.
No, do.
They don't love you like I love you. Wait. They don't love you like I love you.
I love that too.
And like I love when it's an animal. I love it. I reposted one on our TikTok account of like a snow leopard or something doing it, but it's so funny.
More TikToks.
I know. We should make like TikToks.
I think so too.
Yeah. I've been trying to like repost to be like, here's what we think is funny.
Yeah.
And we might talk about it like on the episode.
That's actually good, yeah.
And it's like on the window, like it's scratching at guess or something. And it goes, wait. So cute.
It's hilarious. Well, thanks for listening.
Yes.
If you made it this far, hope you have a happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Stay super safe.
Yes.
And make good decisions. And super fun ones as well.
Yes. Make fun but good decisions.
And party hard, but not too hard without us.
And if you do, FaceTime us or something.
Anyways, peace, love, and hot wings.
Bye. Bye. Sounds so good every time. What's up, guys? Hey, y'all. Rachel wanted to show her real costume. That's why she's defying gravity. Yo, that slit is defying gravity, babes. Yo. See you next episode.